Hey guys, what's up? Chris here. Today I'm going to show you what I wore on the Appalachian Trail for shoes. I started out with a pair of ASOLO GTX Flames, and they have a plastic stent in them and a Gore-Tex around here, suede, and have a pretty hard toe. But what I swapped out to was the Montreal GTX Mid Sabinos, and this is what I ended with, and I'll show you. I have a new pair in here, and I'll show you the difference between these, which have 1,200 miles on them. These have about 500 miles on the AT, but I also broke them in, put about 250 miles on them just training with them. So they were broke in before I started the trail. We'll go over these, and I'll zoom in and give you a detailed look on what they are, what I did to them, and give you the why I didn't stick with these and went to these. So, okay guys, these are the GTX ASOLO Flames, or ASOLO GTX Flames. They have, I believe it's a plastic or carbon fiber foot toe area. The stent in it is a thermoplastic, just a plastic stent. It's pretty stiff. Metal gussets, good cord for your shoes. I added like a little bit of just a clamp to clamp it down. Just makes it easier for me to tie them. These were really great boots. I like these boots, but they aren't for starting the trail. Definitely not. Maybe if you're in February and it's really cold and snowy, these are probably going to what you want maybe to start. See some of the wear on them, but it's got this heel area that will stop you from sliding down as you're going downhill. That helped me out a lot. I could feel that. But these still have a hell of a lot of life in them. See, they are really durable. They have about 700 miles, 200 in training, 5-ish from Springer Mountain to Hot Springs, North Carolina. I think it was like 497 in the AT guide. But these were great, except for the heels. These heels are really stiff, and they gave me a really bad blister, which I'll show here at the end. I still had it even after I got my Montrails. But you'll see that blister. It was almost down to the Achilles tendon. Anyway, so what I swapped out to was these Montreal GTX Mid Sabinos. One of the reasons is these weigh 2.5 pounds a piece. So these both together are roughly 5 pounds. Well, that's 5 pounds, but imagine that wet. You're adding probably another pound on each foot in just wet, nasty, just depending on the rainy day, when it's going to happen, who knows. But you're lugging around 7 pounds on your feet, which 5 pounds, I believe, is something like 10 to 15 pounds on your back. If you were to be like, had these in tennis shoes. So every pound on your foot is 5 in your backpack, or something. I believe it's right there about 5. Maybe 5 to 10, just depending. But we'll go over this and why I swapped out to it. And I had no heel issues whatsoever. Everything healed up. It was amazing. It was a whole new world in hiking. So there are the ASOLO GTX Flames, and these are the Montreal GTX Mid Sabinos, which they do not make anymore. So I had to order them special. So we'll go over these. And I'll tell you. Okay, guys, we're going to go over. This is a new pair. This is an old pair with 1,200 miles on it. These have about 200 miles on them. I got these around New Hampshire. These have about 12. This has about 500. But, like I said, the stint on this goes all the way through. What the problem was for me was I was not able to use my toes, flex my, just pretend this is my foot, but I was not able to flex my toes enough, and I was always just like this. So I was always using this portion of my foot to push off. So I was almost pushing off the heel, almost, you know, when we were ascending. So I don't know if you can see this, but I tend to have one of those walks. Everybody has a different walk, but these are the brand new ones. I was impressed with these Montrails. Montrails you're not going to really find them at REIs and EMSs and a lot of sporting goods areas. I don't know why. You might be able to find 1 or 2 pairs of them, but you're not going to find the variety that you're going to get online. My feet didn't swell really at all. Maybe it's from wrestling for 10, 11 years. I don't know. Just from wearing wrestling shoes all the time. Maybe that had something to do with it. But here's the old one. Here's a comparison. You can tell the difference in color and whatnot. But the first time these started falling apart I was in Pennsylvania, right past about New York. They started really falling apart, and they say it was only right here along these edges on each one. Even the other one, this my trekking pole caught, but right here, just right here, that's where it started falling apart. The toe, you know, a lot of Merrills and Keens, the toe I saw come off within like a week. I promise you. These, not a problem, not one bit. One of my buddies I hiked with, he bought a pair of these because they worked for me so damn well. No breaks here and there. These, nothing. I mean, they are they have 200 miles on them, but stitching's all good. These are what I'm going to plan on wearing when I start the AT again this spring, to finish Maine and a little bit of Virginia. I might even buy another pair of these. I love these so much. There's such a difference in this compared to this. You're freer. You have less weight to lug around on your thighs and your calves, and your lugging these things around. It's a pain in the butt. But when I went to New Hampshire, after I stopped the AT, went back to New Hampshire and hiked in the White Mountains and Green Mountains, these were great because this is a borderline mountaineering boot. That's not something you really want to start the AT with, unless you are starting when you know it's going to snow. You're going to be trudging through snow and wet, nasty crap. This might be what you want, but in the summer months, you will probably want something like this. This mid-weight Montrail. Montrail is I'm sold for life. Also on ASOLO, but these were great and they hold crampons unbelievably. I'm gonna show you my crampon video sometime soon after I finish this little series I'm doing now with what I took on the Appalachian Trail and what you might need. So, Chris, over and out. Just wanted to show you guys difference of what I started with, what I ended with, and give you a little backstory on why. So, hope you guys took something out of this, and you guys take care.